What's going on, everybody? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz. Real quick, first off, I'm going to apologize if you can hear the noise behind me. There's some guys working out in the hallway, but I'm actually at my Temecula office today, but that's not why I'm doing this. I actually had a great conversation earlier with Toby Salgado. He gave me a call on my cell phone in prep for an interview that I'm going to do with him on the 11th, and there was something that when we had this conversation and we were talking about, it's like, man, I got to talk about this real quick before I forget about it, or it just doesn't become something that I remember. And it almost was like a conversation that I feel like everybody that's a real estate agent needs to hear and listen to. So Toby Salgado, if you don't know who he is the guy that runs Super Agent Live, which is a podcast, the biggest podcast for real estate agents out there in the nation. And what he does is magic. I've been listening to it for a long time. I'm a huge fan. And it was one of those things where, it was really cool because, for one, he said that he would allow me to interview him. But for two, we just got on this phone conversation. It turned into this really long just conversation. And one of the main things that we talked about was, real estate agents. I'm a real estate agent. We know what we're supposed to be doing to get more business. This is the thing. And if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing to get more business, you literally could jump on and pick 30 podcasts. You could pick 30 podcasts. And if you consume them and listen to them, maybe a book or two, if you actually listen to all of them, especially Super Agents Live, you literally would know everything that you would need to know in order to build a really successful, amazing business. So what's the challenge? Why aren't people doing it, even though they're consuming all this content and information? I would even say with the Real Estate Blitz and what we're creating, and this is and this is what he was kind of leaning at was, okay, so you're creating this thing, the Real Estate Blitz, and he already has what he's done, which is huge. I mean, millions of people have listened to him through the years that they've been doing it. I'm nowhere near that, not even sort of close, right? I think I'm at maybe not even 15,000 people that have watched the Real Estate Blitz. But he says, the issue isn't that you're creating information that they can use. The issue is, what are they going to do with the information, or what do they do? What do the masses do with the information that they're receiving? And I think that's really the big thing that he was impressing on me. So I took a couple notes here, and I want to go through this. So he says, pick 30 podcasts. And if even just one, like I said, if you just listen to Super Agent Live, or if you're watching Real Estate Blitz, the information's out there. So what's the difference? It's not about what you're hearing or what information is available or not available. It's really what are you doing after you hear it? How are you implementing it in your business? And not just how it's implemented, but the commitment that it takes to actually succeed. And I think that's the key. And he asked me, he says, what's your view? You think you listen to a bunch of stuff and you're going to make money. And I think a lot of people in this business, or I would say almost any business, they think, well, if I just start it, I'm just going to make money. And that's not how any of this works. It really is a deep, burning obsession and passion, and then a commitment to actually do the things that you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be prospecting 3 hours a day. If you don't know what you should be doing for prospecting, you literally can get the content and information almost anywhere. You can go to Tom Ferry's YouTube channel or listen to his podcast. You can go to Super Agents Live. You can get a coach. There's literally what you need to do is out there. What you need to do to prospect is out there. The systems that you need to create, if you want to get really big into systems, dude, if you haven't been listening to GSD, or you haven't checked out his training that he has available through Joshua Smith, GSD, right? It's out there. It's the commitment and the deep burning desire to not only learn, but implement and then stick to it consistently for an extended period of time. On top of the commitment, it's the patience. I think where a lot of people go wrong is that they're implementing stuff, but then after 2 weeks into it or a month into it, it doesn't work for them, right? And instead of trying to become a master at that thing, whether it's inbound leads, whether it's direct mail, whether it's cold calling, it doesn't matter what it is. After you have the commitment, then sit down and try to figure out, well, what do I got to do it for an extended period of time and become a master at my craft and refine that in order to absolutely win. And that's what Toby Salgado was kind of getting at. And it was just a really cool conversation. So I figured I would jump on real quick onto this is being put up on Facebook. It'll probably end up on YouTube here maybe next week. but I just thought it was so important to get it off my chest, off my mind while I was thinking about it. And as you can see, I got a new mic because some people were like, man, the headphones, I don't like them. They don't sound good. So I figured I'd try out the mic and screw around with it a little bit and see what comes of it. But look, what I just said, you know, if you're coming in, it looks like some people are jumping on. You need to go back and listen to this and watch this. It was a huge conversation I had with Toby Salgado. I mean, the guy's been doing what he does for so long, and it's truth. It's truth. And I think it's a message that needs to be expressed to all agents. And I think it's a conversation he and I are going to have on the 11th. We're going to talk a lot about that along with work-life balance. If you didn't know, like he literally went into a coma because he was working too much and neglecting his health. So I think it's extremely important. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about that soon. But yeah, that's what I got today. I'm probably going to start jumping on here, impromptus, do live, be live videos on Facebook, and then I'll transition them to YouTube later. But, you know, as I'm sitting here, I'm in my Temecula office right now. The office that you guys are looking at, usually when you go and see me on YouTube, is my office down in Fallbrook. And I've been told multiple times that it looks like I'm sitting on a toilet or sitting in a bathroom. So I'm actually going to be setting up this office to where it'll be like a little studio. So it'll actually look nice behind me. I have my flat screen behind me right now, but I'm going to be setting it up over the next couple of weeks because like I said, I'm not a coach. I'm not a guru. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm actually doing this just because it's something that's important to me. And I feel like I have something to say and I want to put it out there. So anyways, hey, thanks everybody for watching. KSA Kris here. Do me a favor, go check out me on YouTube. Subscribe, share it. Like, share, comment, share it out with people. If you're getting value from the stuff that I'm talking about or the interviews that I'm doing right now, and I'm going to be doing some other stuff here very shortly, share it with other agents. You know, again, my goal is to try to help more agents actually succeed in this business. So that's all I got today. Appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you when I see you. Have a good one.